subscribers. I'm home. Then I get stabbed by Kylo Ren. Anyway, hello. This is CB Ultra 768, and welcome back to Let's Watch Ultraman Teo. Because as I said in the last video, the Ultraman Cosmos Rise video, I decided to come back home to record this one. Hopefully, I shouldn't have any internet problems. We'll see, though. I'm not using my regular computer. I left it at my grandpa's, because I gotta go back anyway and take care of the dogs after this. But, yeah, I decided to record this video real quick. But, last time, for Ultraman Teo, I watched episode 6, where basically we were starting to get into Bitch's story. Though the episode started with Ibuki trying to wonder, like, how did you know how to find Kana's keychain and stuff? Like, oh, can you, like, sense people's feelings or something? But they didn't really go into it. And then we had a whole bunch of shenanigans where that professor, who, as I always says, talks about his dopamine gushing. He came into the room just to tell him, like, oh, you kids better be careful. You know, that UTTF lady, she can be real intense, you know? I don't want you to be in trouble. And they even do a joke where Emma freaks out when she hears the title because she's been watching some conspiracy guy who I'm sure is gonna probably become a character in like an episode, like he'll probably show back up or something for them to save from a kaiju or something. And he basically is like saying, "Oh, the UTF, yeah, we know them with this base level, but they're hiding something, aren't they?" And she's like a conspiracy nut now, to where she even is like, "Careful, Ibuki, the room might be bugged." And I laughed at that moment, just more of just Ibuki Teo just being an alien and not understanding. He actually like takes her very seriously. He's like, "Oh my god, really? Jesus." And so yeah, their plan is they decide Poochie's not safe here. We got to get him out of here. So they go to look for a place to like move him. And the story really starts off with Ibuki grabbing the cart, and as he's nicknamed Bitch, shows up and helps him out. And Ibuki tries to ask him again, like, "Oh, we could really use your help with moving Poochie. Yeah, we got to get him out of here." But then he's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't." And then he just leaves. And later on, we see in class he's like falling asleep, and yeah, it turns out he's overworking himself because it turns out he's watching over like 6 cats in his house, and like some got sick, and that's why he's been working extra jobs because he's got to pay for the medical bills for the cats and all that and stuff. And so Ibuki figures, oh, you know what? I'll help you out. Since you're being so kind to these cats, I might as well help you out too, man. It's like, yeah, no problem. And we get a little montage of them working together. And I think he has like a catchphrase where it's like, push through and stuff like that. But then later on, as Kana and Emma start to move Poochie, because we get a scene where they're investigating a warehouse, and it turns out it's like free because it got abandoned. And they're like, oh, this place is perfect. But then she came across a kaiju feather, which we'll get into that later. And yeah, they decide to move Poochie, but then as they're moving him, they spot Ibuki. They're like, "Ibuki, is that you?" He's like doing a job as one of those people who's like waves the baton to like guide people and tell them where to go and stuff. And he tries to like to disguise his face and voice, being all like, I'm not Ibuki," like trying to hide his face because he was trying to keep it a secret between him and Bitch. But then, yeah, he tells them they're taking care of the cats, and Emma actually has a very good speech to them, saying, like, you're doing more harm than good to both you and these cats. If you can't actually take care of these animals, maybe you shouldn't. And I was like, damn, okay. Like, yeah. Because, again, I called her an airhead, and she still kind of is, but I mean, no wonder she's in medical school if she got that kind of philosophy about how to take care of animals. But then Bitch explains, like, well, no, you don't understand. These guys aren't strays. I'm watching someone's house for them. Like, these are not my pets. I was just watching somebody. And they treat it like, I guess he's worried Ibuki's going to be mad at him. Maybe that's still going to happen. Like, I guess that's going to be a bit of drama. Because I think Ibuki was surprised. Because he's like, wait, what? Because I think the idea was he thought they were strays and he was taking care of them out of the kindness of his heart. But now he knows, oh, you weren't even doing it to take care of them because you wanted to. You had to do it. It's like, oh. So I'm very curious. And then, yeah, the episode basically ends. This bird kaiju shows up. It looks like it was looking for something. Teo decides I'm going to try to drive it off, which by drive it off, he just dodges an attack and then just puts his shield up. I will admit, I guess he just didn't go in with a plan. I mean, you think he would have, like, waved his hands, get its attention, float, like, show he can fly, and then maybe it would, like, try to fly after him or something. Like, that's what I thought he would do, but no, he kind of just had to hold off because he was hoping they'll get the cats and Poochie out of there. Though they did the most frustrating thing. They stood there. I was like, God damn it, fucking move! He's holding them off. He's holding off, like, the beam attack the whole time. And, like, they wouldn't move. I was like, oh. But then, yeah, of course, eventually his energy gets low because he uses way too much energy, and the bird starts beating the shit out of him. And the last we see of him, he's on the ground, he's struggling. And Emma tries to get Poochie out of there. But then, all of a sudden, Poochie seems to be connecting to Bitch's emotions. And I believe he has grown, judging by the thumbnail for this episode. And yeah, so I'm wondering if that's going to be an element of the show then, that Poochie will be able to grow and join him in battles, and maybe that'll be a plot reason of like, oh, this is why these aliens wanted him, because he could probably be used as a weapon, I imagine. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. So yeah, already 6 minutes in, fantastic. But anyway, hey, a lot happened, and I always like to recap it for myself too before we go into it. So yep, without further ado, let's watch episode 7 and see what happens. This one is called The Abandoned Kaiju. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I forgot to grab my my regular headphones, so had to go with my old school ones. But hey, they work. Only bad thing is I can't volume control it. But anyway, oh my god, look at him go. Yeah, I remember when I saw this image, it reminds me of the kaiju from that new Tokusatsu show. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the one where he has the horn and he can summon the kaiju. Oh. Yeah, I want to talk about that too. She like tried to rush in and the professor stopped her. So I was wondering what she was trying to do. But yeah, there's something about her. She must be an alien. The fact she was like that. She knows what Poochie is. But damn, holy shit, Poochie. Ah, okay. Or maybe she's just... Yeah, I guess we'll get more on that. Yep, I was about to say, I figured he's gonna take off. Okay. The way he looked away, he's like, he's trying not to stare. Damn, okay. So yeah, that's gonna be an exciting element. Because I was always kind of like, I'm okay with most of the cutesy stuff, but I'm like, Poochie's gotta pull his weight, so it's like, okay, so that definitely feels like he'll be able to like transform and join the fights. That'd be cool. Yo, what up, bitch? Emma. Yeah, I was wondering about that. She's gonna be scared of him now because he can turn into a giant monster. Yeah. Oh. You did it to protect, though. He had good intentions, even if he doesn't remember, man. Lola. Yeah, specifically the astronomy club. Damn, she's already on to him. Thank God they moved him. Oh. Damn. Rentaro, he's trying to protect them a bit. Oh well. I'd say, I wonder, did he clean up any evidence, I assume? Hopefully she won't find anything. If she does, that's gonna be bad.
覚悟しておかなきゃいけなかったんだよ。私、正直プーちゃんのことが。
Fucking dramatic moment is happening. And Lola in the back.
俺だってビビったし。
主婦に託した方が良かったのかも。
Man, with this reaction to Poochie, it makes you wonder what she would think if she found out Ibuki was Ultraman, an alien. Would she have the same reaction and just want to turn him in then, I guess? That's what I'm wondering about, like, Teo. How's he feeling about all this? Yeah, once you find out the whole reason he grew was to protect people, you'll like him again. Yeah, he didn't do it out of wanting to hurt anybody. Like the way he was on his belly. Yeah, they're bringing that up. That's something I was like saying earlier before they said it. Like, yeah, like, can he feel people's emotions? It's bitch, please. Call me a bitch. I did kind of like that. He keeps like trying to be like, can you just call me bitch every time? That seems like the most plausible explanation. And so now, how will that work in like maybe future battles then? Will they each provide their emotions to make Poochie stronger in some way? Like, I mean, especially his emotion to protect made it to where Poochie could grow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not gonna work with a space creature, but might as well give it a try. So silly. But you're both always hungry. That doesn't answer anything. It didn't even take a bite. Just put it near his mouth, pretending. That's funny for the effect. Oh. Okay, so that's why it's called the abandoned kaiju. So that's what it's looking for. It's looking for its owner. So someone raised the baby and then just left it. But who did that? So yeah, it's not another kaiju, it's a person that raised it. Kazuto Ito. Yeah, we're here to tell you about this fucking bird you abandoned that's looking for you. So already, yeah, it's interesting we're getting another episode of like more of a sympathetic kind of kaiju, because again, like I said before, when I first saw it, it wasn't trying to hurt people, it was just trying to look for something, and I thought it was a mother looking for an egg, but no, it was actually a child looking for its mother. But yeah, let's say she seemed like the kind of person who didn't actually really want to mother it. Yeah, she just wanted to study it. So she abandoned it. So yeah, she didn't even care for it. And I mean, also the people around, because what if it got angry and started smashing buildings? How about we consider everybody else too? Come on, guys. Eat the fucking donut. Man, he says that. But yeah, see, look, he's trying to show he's nice. Come on. Like, just because he grew big doesn't mean he's evil. So again, I think I've talked about this before. What if it turns out it's like the Yao Pol Pot plot, where he looks all cute, but then he's actually evil the whole time. He's just trying to manipulate them.
知ったからって私の知ってるプーちゃんのいいところが変わるわけじゃない。
Yeah.
誰だっていろんな顔があるのは当たり前。私もみんなに内緒にしてるけど、地下アイドルの追っかけしてるし、趣味コスプレだし。ねえ。え？
I mean, I could see it. I don't know why it's so shocking, Kana, but okay. Shocked that she likes an underground idol and likes cosplay. Oh god, he's back. Fuck your drones. I hope those are drones. Hopefully those weren't manned.
釣り込みっていうんですよね。アヒルとか鶏のヒナが生まれて最初に見た動くものを親と認識することを。
それが。
ベチさん、鳥会場の様子ライブ配信で見れますか？
I'll say, like she's like a scientist, but she's like, yeah, I don't understand, imprinting. What is that? See, yep, let's say, is it gonna say mommy? Yep, it's looking for you. I was like, we'll admit, that's kind of funny thinking about it now. The app won't work with Poochie, or maybe it kind of did, but it works with the kaiju. But I mean, that's the thing, we can't confirm it. That actually, I guess, worked with Poochie, but it's interesting it works with the kaiju. Yeah, but he needs your emotions, though. That's not how that works, though. Like I said, he's gonna need the emotions to grow. Yep. Because he's feeling her emotion. If you're scared, he's gonna be scared. You gotta do what bitch did. You gotta be protective. Alright, here we go. So how are you gonna handle this, Teo? Because I'm assuming... Yeah, he's not gonna try to fight it. Let's see, is he building a... Or is he just moving? I wasn't sure if it was like copying or not. Let's see. Okay, nope, it's staying. So he's building a barrier to trap it. Nice. Hey, there you go. Nice. Not gonna hold long. We gotta get her here to calm this thing down. It's the only way. It needs its mom. Ah, shit. Okay, good. Yeah, he was at his wit's end. I don't blame him, though. I was like, yeah, if he's like, if I got no choice, I'll blast it. Oh, thank God. Nice work, bitch. I don't understand what you're saying. Imagine, all of this means nothing. You gotta go to Monster Island. Oh, there he goes. I guess your words convinced him.
ただ体がでかくて、ただ力が強かっただけ。愛する人間に捨てられた悲しみは、どの動物だって、たとえ怪獣だって同じだよな。
Oh, damn. Well, on a day's work.
くなる時とならない時の違いって何なんだろう。
I mean, guys, it's obvious. It's because he was a bitch. Because he was protective. Alright, what's going on?
実は猫ちゃんたちの飼い主帰ってきたんですけど。
But
God
damn it. So he's got to watch over them. The hell's that?
ハワイ。
いや違うんだ違うんだよこれは違うの。
出張って
You son of a bitch.
実は出張じゃなくてバカンスだったんです。
They just stole his chocolate.
嘘ついて猫ちゃんたちのお世話
I'm
を
pretty sure he purchased those. You should probably give those
最
back.
悪じゃんその飼い主
さん面倒見れないならふさわしい飼い主見つけるんで一旦自分が引き取りますって。
Oh, that's nice. That cat. He's like, can you fucking stop putting that in my face?
ニコニコしてられんだろう。
ベッチさんも心の中じゃ笑ってないと思いますよ。
Oh god. Oh god, nope. Calm down.
めっちゃ怒ってるんだけど
He might grow.
友別さんの感情にリンクしたの？
They're saying on the inside he's pissed off. That's funny. Oh shit. What the fuck you up to? I like how they're just casual about letting these kaiju go. They're like, yeah, the bird creature left, whatever. But yeah, what are you hiding? Oh my god. The fuck is that thing? Well, I was right. She definitely is an alien. That confirms it. I like that's the name, just Giant Poochie. That's fun. Alright, we're gonna stick around at the end. I meant to say this at the beginning, but apparently they have these little, like, tidbit things called Teo Navi, which I guess is like, oh, just little information thing. Like, the last one was talking about the Teo crystal and how it works and stuff. The other ones were about the kaijus and stuff, so let's check that out real quick. There we go. Yeah, apparently I was missing these. The Lumber Kaiju. So yeah, all it does is kind of give like a little recap of like what we kind of saw, or give us a bit more detail. Damn, like steel. Yeah, it's just kind of just recapping basically what we kind of saw. But I'll be sure to include those in my videos from now on. Yeah, sorry, I had no idea that they were doing stuff like that. But anyway, conclusion. Okay, so that was episode 7 of Ultraman Teo. And again, yeah, as overall, I felt it was definitely just going to be another, just protect the kaiju. Because, yeah, I figured they weren't going to kill it. And I do like that battle at the end. I wouldn't even really call it a battle. More just holding it off, kind of. Because obviously he went there, and if he had no choice, as we saw, he was going to kill it. But the last resort was he was going to try to contain it. And I like the way he used his barrier. Like, he learned from last time. Like, okay, I can't fucking stay in one place. I got to move. So then he made one barrier, another, and then he eventually learned how to spread it all around. And managed to hold it off for a little bit. But then, yeah, I like, as soon as it started breaking out, he was ready to blast it. Because he's like, okay, if I can't contain it, I need to destroy it. But then, luckily, she showed up and saved it, and they convinced him to leave. And again, just an interesting kind of statement to say of like, oh, kaiju understanding humans and stuff like that. That's interesting. And it does make me wonder if maybe they're going to try to maybe do an element, like, maybe they're going to build up some of these kaiju and maybe they'll come back. Like, maybe when the invasion of Earth happens, these kaiju will show up and join in Teo, and they'll all work together. Because, I mean, the whole show is, like, animal-themed, too, as well, with him being a veterinarian and training along with all the other characters. So I could see that going in that kind of direction, where we'll gather all these kaiju, and then when the world is about to end, they will all come together to help Teo with the past experiences they had with him, maybe. That'd be kind of cool if they do that, and you can have Poochie leading the charge as well. But yeah, that was fun to see. Just a little preview of giant Poochie and what he can do. Just could shoot some lasers from his head. I did like when the bird flew away and like Teo was like trying to look at him, and then Poochie looked at him and he's like, because he didn't want to be caught staring at him. Because even Teo was like, "What the fuck, Poochie? What happened to you?" Just grew and all that. It was interesting to see Rintaro in this episode again, showing like he's eventually gonna join the astronomy club. Like, oh, look at that. He tried to like stop the UTTF woman from getting into the club room because he does want to protect Poochie because he does care. Even though they show him as like, yeah, I'm nonchalant, whatever. He does care, and it's like, ah, okay, yeah, that's nice. And then yeah, nice little arc there they had with Poochie and Emma. Like, again, that was the first thing I was like thinking too, of like, oh man, what is she gonna think about him now? Because again, they mentioned that whole in the, I think, second episode, like people are scared of the unknown. And at first she thought she knew what Poochie was, but then as soon as she saw him grew, she was like terrified because she's like, oh my god, he could just become this giant monster. And again, I can't blame her because she doesn't know like when he'll do that. But then yeah, I like that they reconnected and became all friendly and stuff. And yeah, interesting they established that is how Poochie works. Though again, it's funny the characters can't figure it out. It's so obvious. It's like, well, who did he connect when he grew with? Well, it was obviously Bitch, and why did he grow? Though I did like that moment. I think Poochie was ready to protect. He's like, alright, let's fucking do this. But then as soon as she got scared, he was like, oh god. Which again, that's why I'm curious of like the characters and like how they'll have to bring their emotions when they want Poochie to like act and maybe help Teo in a fight. Like they all have to have that same mentality and emotion, which is the drive to protect and fight. And yeah, the only one who's able to do it so far was Bitch because he's like brave enough and willing enough to risk his life to save like people and animals and stuff like that. Especially like again in the episode 6, he mentions he was part of a rescue team. He rescued people and then he wanted to move on to rescuing animals, and that's why he's part of the university and stuff like that. That was a fun little twist with the fucking cat owner. He's like, oh, I got to go on another business trip. But then it just turns out motherfucker went on vacation. It's like, I mean, look at like this fucking similar to my situation, except my mom told me that like, oh hey, yeah, we're going on vacation. Here's what you need to do. Da 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 da. It's like, motherfucker, why did you have to lie? I mean, it's like, what kind of job were you working? Just say, yeah, I'm a bit stressed out. I'd like to go on a vacation before I go back to work. That's all. But I mean, I guess that was the whole point. He was making the excuse of like, oh, I gotta go on a business trip, so I'll be very busy. So then he didn't have to rush back to take care of his cats. But again, I'd like they essentially stole his chocolates and they stole his cats. Or, I mean, maybe not the cats. Maybe he was like, fine, take the cats. But they still stole his chocolate. That was his chocolate. But, yeah, I like that little plot twist with the bird. Because, like I said, like, what was his name? I already forgot his name. Veramelos. Like, yeah, I really liked that when it first showed up. I immediately caught on. I was like, it's looking for something. And again, it tricked me, though. Because, yeah, I thought it would have been like a mother looking for an egg. But no, it was the opposite. Which I wonder if the writers were hoping for that. Which is like, oh, you think it's a kaiju looking for its baby? No, it's a baby kaiju, basically. All grown up looking for its mother that abandoned him. Which again, I will admit that scientist was a bit funny when they were like explaining imprinting. She's like, wait, what's that? It's like, you're supposed to be like a scientist and you're even at like the same university they go to. You don't know what imprinting is. It's like, dude. It's like, yeah, what did you think when the baby was gonna look at you? You're the first thing it sees. That's how baby animals work. They will imprint. I mean, that's like what fucking happened to Nick Totopoulos in the Godzilla animated series. It was a mixture of the Godzilla goo that he got covered in from the egg, and it looked at him. So it was like, oh, hey. Though, to tell you the truth, when he grew up, I do love that scene when he grabs Totopoulos. You could tell he was about to eat him, but then he smells him. He's like, oh, wait, you're my dad. He puts him down. Highly recommend that show. That's a good show. for what it is. Just a spin-off of like the Roland Emmerich Godzilla. So good. But yeah, overall this is a good episode. Again, I like a lot of different plot elements are moving now, honestly. Like, yeah, I was earlier kind of complaining about it being slow. Again, I think I was just more used to something like, again, as I said, like Ultraman Zero Cosmos Rise was a bit of a break from kind of the big serious character work. Because again, I feel this did a lot of good character work. And because like I was trying to like the whole speech when she was like trying to tell the bird like, oh hey, you have to go, and like bitch like talking to it as well. Like I wonder if he was like trying to relate himself of like, oh, he feels like, yeah, I really want to take care of these cats, but you know, I'm not responsible enough to do it. And that's why I like in the moment now he is taking care of the cats, but until he finds them proper owners who will actually take care of them. And again, I do like that in the end of like Poochie getting all mad, showing like even though he's all happy playing with the cat, it's like, oh shit, he's actually super pissed off at that guy, which was funny. But yeah, and again, that I'm sure I'm right this time. This confirms the UTTF woman is a fucking alien. The fact as soon as Poochie showed up, she's like, finally fucking found it. And then she just went to the middle of nowhere. Well, not nowhere, I guess. She was driving, and then, yeah, we even saw, like, those lights. So I'm assuming maybe it's, like, a secret alien base. Like, maybe they've already infiltrated. Like, maybe that's, like, the UTTF. Like, yeah, maybe that'll be, like, kind of a twist they do. Like, again, all these kaiju we've met thus far of the ones he hasn't killed are all Earth kaiju, while the other two have been space kaiju, right? Like the first two that invaded were part of the invasion, and the bird was just kind of a space predator that probably followed along looking for food. Because so far, yeah, his kill count, he's only killed 3 kaiju and he's spared 2. That is like so far his count of like kaijus he's been dealing with. But I'm assuming this next one's going to be a big bad one. It's got like some weird light horns and electricity. And she was like, oh boy, I'm so excited. We found the Poochie. We're going to get him. And stuff like that. So yeah, I'm very curious to learn. Because again, we eventually got to go back to like who were the aliens that were invading H12 and destroyed Teo's planet and all that. I'm very curious to learn who they are and like what their motivation is. I assume it's just galactic world domination kind of thing. Like, oh, they go planet to planet, find the best resources, take for themselves, and do stuff like that. Yet, maybe. And again, though I say that, they destroyed H12. Maybe, again, they saw, like, oh, this planet could be a problem. We should destroy it before it becomes even stronger. Because, again, I imagine if that invading force tried to attack the Land of Light, they would be fucking annihilated. That's why it feels like with Teo's species, unfortunately, they didn't have really the manpower and super powerful beings that could like stand up to this force. But yep. Overall, this was a really fun episode, and I'm looking forward to even more. And yep, we're already 8 episodes in, so yeah, I'm very curious to see where the plot's gonna go now. Like I said, with the UTTF lady, and I'm assuming Bitch has just officially rejoined the crew now. He's just there now. And now we got to get Rentaro back on board. And I wonder if he'll fill them in on some of that info, being like, yeah, that UTTF lady came around looking at the astronomy club. She was like here earlier, guys, so you guys gotta be careful. Like I said, I'm assuming we're gonna get a 2-episode structure with him, and then he'll eventually rejoin, maybe. Again, I was surprised he kind of showed up a bit early in 6 and 7. Like, again, in 6, he kind of showed up to help get Bitch into the astronomy club, and then towards the end, he was like, all right, I'm out, peace. And he just left. But yeah, I'm curious to see what kind of journey they have to go on with him. And I hope we get a bit more on Teo, like I keep saying. Like, so far, he's just your very, just standard do-gooder hero guy who's willing to put his life on the line for this planet now, especially, again, he definitely has the mentality of, I've already lost one home. Earth is my new home. I have to protect it now. Which, again, that's why I like in episode 1 when he was like, he won the battle, but then he's like, this is just the start. He knows more is going to come and he has to be ready. And yep, overall, that's going to do it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been CB Ultra 768, and I'll be back with some more Let's Watch Ultraman Teo next time. So, stay tuned for that. Bye bye. Bye bye.